No, I don't want to leave.
Hi, guys.
Continue. Hello. Okay,
Hello.
we
Okay,
are
we're
recording.
recording. And Jill, did you want to do the intro? Where is Jill there?
Jill!
Jill?
I
Jill?
think we lost her.
One more. Oh, she'll come back. Let me just see here. I don't hear her. I think.
I need the mic to be done.
Oh, there you are.
Not the mic. I can't hear you guys anymore.
Oh,
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, I got it. I figured it. Okay, guys, whenever you're ready.
ready.
Oh, yeah. The only
But
thing
your
is you're turned
camera.
upside down.
Your camera
camera's
is sideways.
Yes.
Oh. I don't know why it would be. It's supposed to be sideways, no?
No.
But it's
There you go. That's better. Yeah, like that.
okay. So we are.
Technical difficulties.
Yes, it's one of the,
Now it's bad. Hi there.
Hello. Now.
Oh.
I don't know what's this audio, guys. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
It's not even plugged in, babe.
There. Try plugging it now. It was turned off.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Guys.
Hear me.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
I hear you.
All right. Excellent.
Okay.
Excellent. There she is. Hey, beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm ready, guys.
Oh,
So-
let's do this.
We are recording. And Jill, did you want to do the intro?
Do I want to do the intro?
Intro.
Yeah, Christine. Yes, for this segment, I want to do the intro. You know why?
Thank you.
Because I want to introduce everybody to Sevdin MacDonald, a good friend of mine,
Everybody.
and she's got COVID tips for us. So when she started sharing with me about who she is through friendship, and then told me that she works for the government with COVID issues. So we thought, let's get somebody who knows what they're talking about to share tips for each episode. So Sevdin, hi everybody.
Hi, thank you so much
Christine.
for having me on your show. I'm super excited. So yes, I work for Fraser Health in Surrey, BC, and I'm a contact tracer. So what that means is that I call people and tell them that they have COVID.
Oh,
Now, it's not an easy job. It's not very fun. It can be very emotional sometimes. It can be stressful, and it can also be very frustrating. But it is a rewarding job, because at the end of the day, I'm reaching out to people. I'm giving them knowledge about COVID. I'm telling them what to do to prevent getting COVID again and to pass it on to other people. So I'm very lucky to have this job. I'm very lucky to work with amazing, Fraser Health is amazing. They're a great organization, and I'm very lucky to have this job. And I just hope that me being on this show will kind of give people the education on what to do to prevent passing COVID. A lot of people don't really know what we're supposed to be doing. As far, this is a world pandemic, and we all need to work as a team and support each other and and really try and get through this pandemic. It's been almost a year, and I'm hoping that with some of the knowledge that I can give you, and again, I'm based out in BC, so my health officer is Bonnie Henry. So I don't know what the regulations are in the other provinces in Alberta for Jill's case, but I can give you some tips on what our wonderful health authority, Bonnie Henry, has stated, and hopefully you guys can take this advice and take it every day and pass it along. So I think the main important thing for us to do is to really, we need to isolate. People don't really understand what the difference between quarantining is and what isolation is. So the difference between quarantine and isolation is that when you're quarantining, you're around people, right? And when you're isolating, you're by yourself. So, and that's why we always say, you know, we need people to isolate and stay at home. You can stay with your family members, obviously, but we recommend that you don't go out to other people's homes, try not to go to restaurants. And it's also very important to wear a mask. I know there has been some controversy on people wearing masks and people have been protesting, but at the end of the day, guys, it's a health matter. It really is. We want the numbers to go down, not go high. And from my experience working as a contact tracer, unfortunately, I am seeing the numbers go higher and higher. I am calling about between 8 and 10 cases a day. So who have been tested positive for COVID. And now it's getting to the point now where young children are getting COVID now because people are not obliging the rules by staying home. Where even if you're home with your family, you guys can still wear a mask, you know, and clean as much as you can, clean surfaces and do your part, you know, because, and I was joking actually with my coworkers the other day because I was like, oh, this is going on for so long. And I said, it would be great if Bonnie Henry would just give everybody in BC $2,000 and we'd all isolate for 14 days. Because technically, if you are tested positive for COVID, you have to isolate for 10 days. So you cannot be around anybody. And what I do is I try and make this a positive experience for the people that I contact and tell them they have COVID. And basically what I say is, well, you're basically grounded, you know? So you basically have to binge watch Netflix for 10 days. But the sad part about that is that the people who live with multiple people, like in my case in Surrey, there's quite common for the Indian community to have lots of families live together. So I'll have a case, and for an example, I had a case with a baby last week. A baby had COVID. And so I had to talk to the mother. And I asked the mother, I said, well, how many people are in the household? And she said there was 11 people in the household. And 7 of those people were tested positive for COVID. And so it takes one person to get COVID, but then the isolation period will end till the last person who was tested positive for COVID. So let's say if someone got COVID 3 weeks ago, and then that baby got COVID 2 days ago, the people who got COVID prior the first time would still have to isolate until the last person who has COVID ends their isolation date. So it's a long process, right? And then all those people that have been in contact with the person who's been tested positive for COVID, they have to isolate for 14 days, because what happens is when the virus goes into your system, it can stay in you are basically, it's still in your system, and it takes 14 days for the system to get out. And that's why we say that you have to isolate, right? So it's a long process, and a lot of people don't understand that, like, and then there's people who don't have symptoms at all. And that's the scary part, is there's people out in the streets who have COVID and don't have any symptoms, and they're passing it along, right? So, and this is a good point to say, like, if you guys are ever feeling like a headache, a cold, runny nose, feeling dizzy, having trouble sleeping, breathing, even if you notice that your skin is starting to change color, I would definitely recommend that you guys get tested right away.
Wow.
Yeah.
nausea too? Like if you have nausea or like,
Nausea, it's basically the flu. So if you're feeling any flu symptoms, get tested. And I always say to my cases, as I said, and even when I contact the contacts, sorry, to just say, it doesn't hurt to go get tested. And here in BC, which is wonderful, is that we have drive-throughs here. So you don't actually have to go into a clinic. You can go in your car, wear your mask, and there's drive-throughs, and you can get a nose swab, and it takes like 30 seconds. So,
wow.
and I actually have some, I was looking online and I was able to look up the statistics today on the numbers on how Alberta, so Jill, this would be very important to you. So your health officer is Dr. Dina Hinshaw. So there has been confirmed 103,000 people who have been tested positive for COVID. Unfortunately, there's been 1,046 deaths, and there's been recovered 84,000 people. So again, those numbers, we got to bring those numbers down, right? And then in Ontario, the health officer is Dr. David Williams, and there's been 191,000 confirmed cases of people with who've been tested positive for COVID. There's been 4,650 deaths, and there's been recovered 164,000 who have been recovered. And in BC, where Christine, where you and I live, our lovely health officer, Bonnie Henry, she's amazing. I watch her every day, and she's just got such a positive attitude, and I love watching her. We've had 51,000 confirmed tested positive for COVID. We've had 901 deaths in BC, and we've had 42,000 that have been recovered. So again, those numbers, we really got to spread the word about staying home, not going out to people's houses. I mean, yes, the essentials, going out, getting groceries, doing all those things. But when you go out, wear a mask, hand sanitize everywhere you go. And all I can do is just spread the word. If you know someone who's going out, say, hey, you're putting yourself at risk. You're putting your family at risk. You're putting your community at risk. And most importantly, you're putting yourself at risk, right? So we just got to spread the word and really give that positive energy and just tell people to buckle down and follow your provincial protocols. And the faster we follow the protocols and do what we need to do, the faster we can get back to our regular routines, right?
Yes. Well, I like it when you explain isolation and quarantine. That's very, to define that, or, but is it okay to go for like a walk, or a run?
You can go for a walk, and again, but wearing your mask. I know some people don't like it. I personally don't like it, to be honest with you. But again, I need to protect myself. I need to protect my family. I need to protect the people in my community. And, I'm willing to do whatever it takes to keep everyone safe. But yes, as far as going out for nature walks, absolutely. Just maintain your distance, make sure you wear a mask, but just don't go to anyone's house. Don't have anyone else visit you. Bonnie Henry, as Christine, you may know, Bonnie Henry has said that you can have your bubble. So you have the people that you live with, and then you can only be with 2 people. So for an example, my partner, she lives alone. So she is allowed to only see 2 people. That's it. So she has communicated with me and said, okay, Sevdin, you are the person that I'm in contact with. She has communicated with one other person, and that person is her contact. So you cannot see anybody else. If you do see someone else that's outside of your bubble, again, you're putting the people in your bubble at risk. So that's a lot of people that don't understand as well. It's just, I recommend that everybody watches the news, follow the provincial health officer, read what's going on, follow what's going on with the deaths and people who have been tested positive for COVID. Just really educate yourself and understand just how big this pandemic is, because people don't understand, and this is why the numbers are going up so high, and this is why this is becoming a problem. Right? So
yeah. Thank you, Sevdin. You seem to know a lot more than most.
Me, as I'm chatting away here.
No,
It's
information.
affecting us all.
Yeah.
So it's to bring this topic up to share with the audience about what they think about COVID and how they're experiencing. They can always message us or email the show or Christine and I, or even you on social media. Where can we find you on social media, Sev?
You can email me at sevdinmacdonald@gmail.com, and it's all lowercase. And for the people who do live in BC who's watching this, this is very important. I'm sure, Christine, you know this as well because you live in BC. If you are feeling worse symptoms, like if you're having really hard time breathing and you're having difficulties sleeping and you're feeling persistent pain in your chest and your skin is turning blue, there's been cases where I've actually had to call 911 on someone because she said her skin was turning blue. Call 911. Call 911 right away. Notify them that you've been tested positive for COVID. You can also call 811. You can tell them, hey, I'm feeling these symptoms. What do I do? You can also go on the Fraser Health website, and there's some resources on there as well. And then for
Is there an app that I'm here seeing on TV, the COVID app?
So basically what that is, so there is, I think it's in Australia, I could be wrong. There's this app where the government is actually watching everybody and where they're going. And basically, it's pretty, and that's why Australia is doing so well, because the government is watching them all the time through this app. Now, these people, they don't have to be on this app. But for this app, I believe, I'm not too sure, to be honest with you. I haven't heard anything about an app. But if there is an app regarding what to do, how to isolate if you're tested for COVID, how to get tested, how to communicate to your families, your community, then get into it, look into it. And yeah, that's what I would recommend. Yeah.
Yeah, the government websites as well. Well, Sevdin, thank you so much. How was your Christmas dealing with this COVID? Did you spend Christmas with your family or no?
No, I did not. Again, I got to listen to Bonnie Henry's restrictions. Unfortunately, in my bubble, I just have my partner and my roommate. So that's 2 people. So I just did FaceTime. I just stayed home. I did a fondue, which was nice with my partner, and it was beautiful. And at the end of the day, like I said, my family's healthy. The people I know are healthy. Christine, you're healthy. Jill's healthy. And, I think we just got to keep maintaining that positive attitude and doing what we need to do and get through this is the best way we can.
Yes.
Yeah.
What about you, Christine? What did you do for Christmas?
Well, it was quiet, but it was lovely. And it was a time to reflect. I was on Zooming. And my family, and my family's back home. And well, my family's in Quebec. You're just very small. I mean, doing everything I can to protect myself and the people that I love, and what about you, Jill?
Yes.
I just stayed in the same as well. I didn't get to see my family. My dad unfortunately has cancer in Canada, and I have family in Romania, so obviously I didn't get to see them either. So it was a low-key Christmas for everybody, I think.
Yes.
Well, hopefully next year, this Christmas, we'll be able to have all the families together.
Yes.
Yeah,
Keep our fingers crossed, right?
I feel for everybody, that's for sure.
Excellent. Well, I do want to thank you, Jill and Christine, for allowing me to be on your show, and stay healthy, stay clean, and may you live every day healthy.
Stay sanitized, everybody.
Stay sanitized, stay safe, and wear your mask.
Yes, mask up. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.
Thanks so much. Okay.
It's still recording.
You guys, that was great. That was really great. That was fun.
That was fun.
Christine, I guess I'll chat with you later on.
Yeah.
Where you keep filming segments to add to the episodes, and like I said, the whole segment could be put out as its own on YouTube or something. and then could be cut up into what would fit for the project.
Yes, no, I'm
And
looking
you know what
forward.
I
It's gonna be
was,
great.
you know what I was thinking, Christine and Joe, and I think this might be a good idea too, is also connecting with the nurses, the people who are on the front line dealing with this, you know, because I work with nurses all the time because we have,
Yes.
so for the contact tracers, what we do is we have a pod. So there's people like me who have, unfortunately, I don't have nurse